Hey everybody, welcome back. Taking a look at Deep Blue Sea. This is the Arrow video release. It's also the limited edition box set. You can see in the spine here, it's a pretty big box. And the new-ish Arrow releases that are limited, they started using a slipcover for them, as you can see here as I struggle. There we go. And this has replaced the J card, and normally I put the slipcovers in the closet. I don't collect these or anything, but I do prefer this over the J card because I find the J card just a little cumbersome to use. They usually like a glue residue sometimes, and you don't have to deal with that anymore. Plus, with this on the back, you have the write-up for the movie and the limited edition contents. So this just has artwork on the back here. Let's go ahead and put this up here. Let's take the movie out. Okay. So there's the box. And there's the movie. And I've reversed the art. This actually, Arrow typically has their newly commissioned art front and center, but then on the reverse, typically you'll find the original theatrical poster, and I typically, I flip it, unless it's like really incredible newly commissioned art. I like this. I think it's, actually, this isn't the art. It looks a little bit different. Let me open this up. I do like this, but let's see what I mean here. Yeah, so that's pretty good. So here we have the bigger, smarter, faster, meaner shark. Genetically modified, engineered. I don't remember exactly. It's just bigger, smarter, faster, meaner. Some data here and extracting something from their brain. I forget exactly. I just watched it too. Easy to forget. Hard to remember. Alright, so put this back here. So, have the movie, the box. It comes with this booklet here, Aquatica Research. So this is the research facility in the movie. The effect of short fin mako shark brain complex I1VB on degenerated human brain cells. Yes. Dr. Susan McAllister. That's her right there. I don't know who this actress is. I think this is the first movie I've seen her in, and she kind of reminded me a little bit of Gina Davis, and Rennie Harlan has a couple of movies with Gina Davis, so this is like, I kind of feel like a Gina Davis variation or something. So this is a pretty thick book here. How many pages is this? 59 pages. So there's the LL in kitchen, being very resourceful. So we have cast and crew, a few essays, original production art, about the presentation and the production credits. And so some scenes from the movie. There's the Punisher with his trustworthy crossbow. Got got Samuel Jackson in another movie where a creature is being genetically modified and running amok. Yeah, LL Cool J. More Punisher. Oh, there we go. This scene, Rennie Harlan also directed Cliffhanger, and this scene in the movie is highly reminiscent of the opening sequence to Cliffhanger. I do enjoy Cliffhanger. Oh, Scanner. Oh, I got some. The production artwork, not bad. Okay. Early designs of the facility. Kind of flip through this here. Deep Blue Sea toy line concepts, 1996. That's maybe doing good. Yeah, this came out in 1999. So that's curious. Where'd those toys go? Oh, we got some storyboard stuff here. That's cool. Rough concepts for poster art. Oh, this is intriguing. I don't know about the toys. This movie must have been merchandise and marketing ideas years before the movie came out. So I bet this movie's probably kicking around in a production phase for a while until they finally started filming it. I don't remember these toys, but I would have been too old at this point to have interest in such things now. It just came out in like 89 as opposed to 99. Yeah, that'd be me right there. Okay, so yeah, the booklet. And then there's the poster. And the poster is the art we saw earlier on the reverse. So this is a two-sided poster. One side is this, and the other side is the art you see here. Well, you saw a moment ago. I'm too lazy to unfold that. So let's put that back in. And I'm pretty sure it came... Oops. Okay, there's postcards too, so if you want to confuse your friends, you can mail them a postcard. There we have a bit of light there. Here we go, it's a little better. So there's Thomas Jane. He's a shark wrangler in the movie. I don't know if that's a real profession or not, and he seems to be doing a poor job wrangling Jaws here. Shark wrangler seems like a high mortality rate profession. I don't think if you heard that did you hear that Tom the shark wrangler died? I don't really need to ask a follow-up question, right? And then we have oh, there's that scene again, minus a character. I'll have you put two and two together. And what do we got here? And we got the whole crew. Sans. So Stellan Skarsgård's in this. He plays the brilliant scientist. And there's a scene in the movie where he's injured, putting it mildly, and he needs to be airlifted out of the facility, and unwittingly becomes basically like bait on a line, but it's a pretty entertaining sequence. So this is during that scene, at least I think it is. So I got 3 here. That's pretty good. And just some Arrow stuff. I don't know what this is. 30 Days of Screamo? No, Scream 30. Screamo sounds more interesting. Oh, I got Demolition Man. I have that as well. Good movie. Alright, so I'll put this back. And I got the discard. So this is just the 4K. There's no Blu-ray included here. And flip this over. Pretty sure the text would be the same, right? Oh yeah, it's over here. So I'll leave this here. Hey, you see that? Not really, huh? Maybe if I put it over here. No, so much. So the ultimate predator just gets smarter. From Rennie Harlan, maximalist director of Die Hard 2, Cliffhanger, as mentioned, and A Long Kiss Goodnight. No Cutthroat Island mentioned. Comes Deep Blue Sea, a shark-infested action thriller where everyone is on the menu. And I find to read all this here, but at an isolated research facility in the middle of the ocean, a team of scientists led by Susan McAllister, we just saw her Notebook, played by Saffron Burrows. I don't know who she is, besides this movie, are working on a cure for Alzheimer's by genetically altering the brains of sharks. It normally involves something involving pharmaceuticals or the military and industrial complex, which Jurassic Park has actually covered both of those by now. When a shark escapes and attacks a pleasure boat, the company sponsoring the research threatens to pull its funding and sends corporate executive Russell Franklin, played by Samuel Jackson, to investigate. And that's enough. That sums it up. And then all hell breaks loose. So this movie naturally gets compared to Jaws at times. I'm not entirely sure why, but I would say it's more in line with Alien. It has a predator that's bigger, smarter, faster, and meaner than the humans, anyways. And they're on this facility that's isolated. I don't know where exactly. It doesn't seem like it's in the middle of the ocean because there's additional crew that leave at some point. They're on like a yacht, like a fishing boat or something, a small one. Let's just put it that way. But isolated enough so when things don't go well, they're kind of stuck and need to outwit these sharks to survive. And that's essentially it. The sharks are lurking and stalking the crew, and the numbers dwindle as the sharks do quite well for themselves. And one thing about the movie, the crew, some of the actors you recognize now, of course. Like when this came out, like Samuel Jackson, I would consider him definitely an A-lister at this point, and he was the actor I was most familiar with. I knew Thomas Jane just from seeing him in Boogie Nights. Stellan Skarsgård's in this, but I'd only seen him in Ronin, and he was also in the original Insomnia. So I know him from a couple of movies, but I'm definitely more familiar with his work now. LL Cool J, of course, how could I possibly forget? But oh wait, no, Michael Rappaport's in this. So characters that none you would be surprised if they're eaten, but even so, the movie does a good job of keeping you guessing as to who's next on the menu, as mentioned. And it's all done in earnest too. Like the movie doesn't consider itself a joke. Like even though it has a lot of B-movie trappings and what have you, the genre is respected. All the actors are putting in work here. And sometimes when you watch these movies that seem inherently silly, someone involved in the production, there may just be like either a disdain or this is beneath me, and then even if they are a bit ridiculous, and no one likes being laughed at, and I don't get this movie at all. It really holds up too. There's a lot of good underwater photography. They seem like they may be on the verge of drowning the cast, similar to James Cameron in The Abyss. The sharks have some pretty aggressive, exciting kills, and it also has a lot of good explosions and what have you, which Rennie Harlan does very well. See like Cutthroat Island and Long Kiss Goodnight. Well, I guess like pretty much any movie he made in the 90s. So anyways, definitely worth checking this out. It's still very entertaining, and a great transfer to for a 4K release. Okay, thanks for watching.